Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to check which mage is best to use. Be reminded this is only my opinion and doesn't affect everyone. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Enjoy! First is Lunox. I place her at OP tier because of her high and consistent damage that makes her hard to kill if you don't deal with her fast. Next is Zask. I placed him at strong tier because when they reworked his ultimate, he can now take control of his turret and target the enemy's core hero easier than before. Next is Valyr. I placed him at strong tier because of his passive. He can choose whether you want CC or AoE abilities that can help your team win in team fights more easily. Next is Gord. I place him in weak tier because even if he has high damage, he can be killed easily because he's so squishy, and when he uses his ultimate, he's vulnerable to CC attacks. Next is Changa. I place her in strong tier because of her high damage and she can take out multiple enemies with her ultimate if combined with a tank. Next is Cyclops. I placed him in strong tier because of his CC ability that lets him trap his enemies and kill them easier. Next is Valyr. I place him at strong tier because not only for his high AoE damage but he can also be a support or subclass for his team. Next is Alice. I placed her in OP tier because of her new rework. Her lifesteal has increased that can make her last longer in team fights. Next is Cecilion. I placed him in strong tier because of his high AoE and CC damage combo that can deal a lot of damage during team fights. Next is Harriet. I placed him in weak tier because after recent updates his usage rate in rank has been declining because of his low mobility that can make him an easy target. Next is Harley. I place him in strong tier because of his high AoE damage and mobility that he can flank and kill the enemy's core hero and leave them in a disadvantage. Next is Aurora. I place her in strong tier because of her high AoE and CC damage that can stun all her enemies and win the team fight. Next is Farsa. I place her at strong tier because of her ultimate ability that makes her kill enemies from afar and can help her steal the Lord or Turtle from the enemy team. Next is Odette. I place her in viable tier because even with her CC ability and strong ultimate, she is vulnerable to stun attacks while she is in her ultimate. Next is Esmeralda. I place her in OP tier because of her high and consistent AoE damage that can lead to an easy savage if timed correctly. Next is Vexana. I place her in weak tier because like Harriet, her usage rate has been dropping in rank and her abilities don't do as much damage as before anymore. Next is Lilia. I placed her in strong tier because of her unique abilities. Unlike any mage, she can use her ultimate to turn back time and get back all the health that she lost in a period of time. Next is Kagura. I placed her in viable tier because unlike Harriet and Vexana, she still has potential because like Lilia, she can teleport to a short distance and she can do lots of damage over time. Next is Kadita. I place her in OP tier because of her high AoE damage that can lead to an easy savage if you use her abilities correctly. Last is Loyi. I placed her in OP tier because of her strong damage and amazing abilities because like Kagura, she teleports too, but anywhere on the map that can lead her team to a big advantage because they can flank the whole enemy team and win the game entirely if used correctly. That's all for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help me get 200 subscribers before the end of January 2021.